Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 16, Week 3, Day 5. You know what day it is. It is Vault Weekend time. So, of course, gosh, how do these little menus work? There we go. So, of course, we have Vault Event Weekend going on all day today, and for the next 2 days and 6 hours of this exact moment in time. So, the rest of this weekend, all the way until Monday reset time. So, yeah, great time to be getting gnomes. They are multiple times more common. Vault keys from them are multiple times more common. And it's also a great time to go get verses. Also, I have grinded for the same amount I do pretty much every single one these weekends. And I would say it was around 8 hours, which on and off. So I guess effectively almost like 5 hours of like super active playing. And I have gotten a absurd amount of verses compared to what I normally get. We are currently sitting at 13. We started at 2. We got 11. This is how much I feel like you're supposed to be getting, and I've just been getting worse like every single week lately. However, we did so absurdly good on not just verse 3, but all the verses, but especially verse 3. We just did so good today. So I actually have all the verses we need right now for the entire weekend. Obviously, we're still going to grind more. But everything we need for the whole weekend, I already have, so nice. Anyways, we can need around 13-ish, give or take a little bit to hit 300 Vault keys, which are our main goal, of course, again. Though, I guess if we get any spares, we'll be hoarding them for later. One other amazing thing that actually just happened, I was actually taking a little bit of a nap after I had dinner, and there's a special thing that ended up happening. Remember the Infernus Imp and technically Tina's toy that we've been missing for so long? So Infernus Imp was $5 money locked when it first came in. It was in, you know, a bunch of money-only bundles. I was like, yeah, I'll just get it for free over the next year, or, you know, whenever, you know, we can finally get it. It was available within, like, weeks, of course. So pretty much immediately you were able to go and end up getting this thing. However, I have somehow gone slightly over an entire year without getting a single copy of this thing. And I was actually going to spend $2 when it rotated on that new system. But $2 less for them, because we got it right here. We still need one, though. That should also be in drop table, and has been for a while. Tina's toy. But then we have every single pet in the game, because this is just because I haven't bought in the current Kingdom Pass. We'll be doing that. These have never been available yet. They're actually impossible to have all these starry pets. They will come with their corresponding weeks. Like Glacial Peaks, I think we have in the next month, and a few others like that. And Tina's toy is the only pet that I could technically have right now, but don't. Because I didn't end up spending $5 when it came out. I just figured we'd get it for free at some point. And we finally did that for the Infernus Imp pet. But we still need it for Tina's toy, which is the more recent one. This came out in May. Which means it's been in the drop table since around late June. Which means we've gone about 5 months without this one. Which is nowhere near as long as the little over a year without Infernus Imp. But it's getting up there. Hopefully we'll get it sometime this weekend. I said we might get both of them this weekend. We got one of 2. Let's see if we get the other. Still 2 days left. But anyways, obviously the stream... Oh, yeah, wait, there's one other thing. Have any of you guys looked at your... I'm pretty sure you have by now. It's pretty late in the day. But have any of you guys looked at your Underspire yet? Yeah. It reset. Again. I'm not sure what to do about this because gnomes do not exist in Underspire. I guess since we're doing a bit of a longer midday stream tomorrow... One thing we'll do tomorrow is Underspire in its entirety? I don't know if I have enough torches for that, though. I don't know. Maybe we still just go for tier 4? I have no clue. Let's see. Yours was fine. No reset, but 20 free torches. Oh, mine got reset. Oh, wait. That's even worse, then. Are they going to compensate the people who got double reset? Because I'm probably still just going for silver. Honestly, I might just not even do it and just send a support ticket. I'm honestly leaning towards that because the amount of loot we'll get from a Vault event at this point. Could they just like send a support ticket and give us like a gold and silver medal and like everything else? Like send us 2 gold medals, a silver, and whatever else. We'll call it even. Because it's what we would have gotten anyways. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do with that because it's a waste of time to bother doing that this Vault weekend, like that many battles. So I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we do it? And if we do, like how deep should we go? Because then we have to put more gems into it. I guess I'll consider maybe going up to silver, but then we have to go through the entirety of everything again, which wastes like at least an hour of time that could be gnomes. But I don't know. Still haven't decided. But I kind of want to send a support ticket in. Haven't in a very long time. But I'm about to do like 0 battles and just send a support ticket. Get a gem refund. I don't want the gem refund. I want the loot that we missed out on. Like, as long as they give us, like, a double gold and a silver, it's basically break even on what we would have done. Anyways, so another news. Let's go do Vault Weekend. So, of course, we have a billion Paloozas, as I showed. Let's go use some of them. Let's start off just directly with a Palooza. Currently, all of our numbers are 0. They're actually higher than 0, of course. If we go to our inventory right now, we can see that we have, somewhere's in all this mess. We have 3 Vault Keys and... Okay, so we've gotten 3 Vault Keys and 0 Epics. Not counting Pity. But, of course, this is just because all we did was verse farm. And, gosh, did we get a lot of verse farms this time around. But, yeah, we're not that deep in. So, yeah, let's go open our first, second Palooza or so. And see where we can go. Let's make sure the timer is timering. Let's make sure our team is teaming, because I'm actually not using the right team right now. Let's make sure we got the right one. I was using... Oh, yeah, my... well, not my Infernus. My Dust Level's all the way at the bottom, too. I move it to the top. Whenever I do it on mobile, I'll put it down to the bottom, just because I personally feel like it's a little bit easier to click it there. Whereas on PC and everything else, you definitely want in the first slot, just so we can kill a bit quicker. Whenever I do it on mobile, it is more convenient to be in last slot, even though the team is slightly worse because of it. But anyways, before we start getting into the thing, let me get a sip of water and say hello to everyone. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Tyrion. And yes, I did finally get the Infernus Imp, as you mentioned, and gave us a reminder for. We have taken it. We've claimed it. We finally have it. After a little over a year, we have finally claimed Infernus Imp. It has been done. Oh, there we go. Anyways, another news. Let me read through the rest of the chat. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Mr. Z. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Chad. Hello, Frank. Hello, You sent me a DM to celebrate Infernus Imp. Check the Discord. Okay, I'll check it later. Let's see. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Bill. But yeah, I ended up taking a nap midway through today because I was just like so out of it today. I wasn't gonna do like the Moonstone Island stream at this point. That's being delayed to like Monday. Because obviously Vault Weekend. But yeah, I've been out of it today. Not like sick, just I don't know, just been a weird day. Though we got really lucky in Gems of War grind, if nothing else. Hello Genki. Hello hello Solitaire. Solitary. Hello, yeah. Hello, Genki. Hello, Ovanas. Hello, too. I feel like I said hello to some people 5 times. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Renos. Welcome, welcome. Anyways, let's go run this Palooza already. Oh, yeah. Also, sip of water. Forgot the sip of water part. Should probably do that. Let's see. Alright. Let's go start the Paloozas. We already have... This feels weird. This is the first week in a while where the Friday that we're starting Vault Event, we already have all the Paloozas we need to finish our goal for Vault Event. Because we should only need about 13 Paloozas for that. And we currently have exactly 13, so we'll be able to get some nice excess grind for later this year. So that'll be really nice. But anyways, let's go click the thingy. And be good to go. Oh, also, this is the first update where we can no longer use our whole stack. Not that you would want to, but you can't accidentally do your whole stack. So as you can see right here, this is the 4 cap that they were talking about earlier. So the most you could ever use at one time is 4 of them simultaneously. You can still use infinite within a day, but you can't use ever more than 4 at a time to make it so you can't accidentally use your whole stack. And 4, of course, being an hour. But you still want to use them 1 at a time so you can maximize your loot. As the final battle of each one, actually I haven't tested this stream. Have any of you guys seen it? But it should give the full amount of loot. I am pretty sure. I highly doubt they have changed that. It's been a bug feature for forever now. Like, I'm pretty sure it was initially a bug, but it's become such a feature that I'm pretty sure that it's going to leave it in the game forever. But I'm pretty certain that actually was technically a bug, but it's so accepted as a mechanic at this point that I'm pretty sure they're never actually removing it. Wow, immediate epic Volkey. This, honestly, our luck overall this weekend, really insanely good. Hopefully it'll keep up the entire weekend and not only be today. Because we've had a lot of Vault Weekends like that, where we just get absurdly lucky on Friday, and then it feels like every other day we get nothing. But that's fine, because honestly, we got enough luck today to last the whole weekend. So that's kind of fine if it does. Oh gosh, wait! We just got a... What is this? Speaking of luck, if you really need a Dragonite, a double Dragonite fight. Is that our first one? I think that's our second one. Look at that. 24 Dragonite. If this was way later in the map, we would obviously stall, but we're not going to do that in the first minute of a... why did I say map? Of a Palooza. Yeah, double Dragonite. I think that's the first or second time we've seen that. I want to say second, but I can't recall another time that we have, so... Yeah, it is possible. It's very unlikely. Technically, it's possible to get 4 Dragonite Gnomes, but absurdly unlikely. Even a double is very rare. That's a low mod mark. Hope all's been going well. But But yeah, it is possible to get double, triple, or even quad of those super rare ones. It's just super, super absurdly rare. But it does happen. Even just seeing a double is very rare due to how low the drop rate is. So hello, GM Jordy. Welcome, welcome. Mod Mark wants to flex that wrench. Oh, are you guys getting Vorkath? Fun. Yeah, I'm kind of scared for Vorkath on my Hardcore Iron Man account. It's probably one of the most lethal bosses in old school RuneScape from the standpoint of it's so easy, but if you make one mistake, you die. Kind of boss. Like, if you do everything correctly, it's a cakewalk. It's actually really easy for, like, newer players to get into as well, though you need some beefy stats. But it's really straightforward, like, what you need to do. But you make one mistake, you are taking, like, 80 damage and 2 ticks. Like, it is so punishing. It also can hit you for over max HP. Or technically exactly max HP. Like, overhealed max. Not sure how that works in that game, because I know there's, like, a bunch of HP buffs in RS3. But, yeah, he's kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure they'll make him even more crazy in RS3. He's gonna drop Necromancy gear. He doesn't drop anything good in RuneScape 3. It's one of the reasons he's kind of ignored as a boss. He's only farmed basically by bots who are looking to make money, because he actually has a pretty consistent like value drop table. But his uniques are all trash. It's really weird because a lot of his uniques belong on a boss that's like way lower rarity than him, or like lower level than him. Like none of his uniques make any sense. Like it should all be on like easier content, or not easier content, but like more like early game accessible content. Because by the time you have access to actually killing him enough up to the drop rate, you're far beyond the point that you need most of the gear that you get from him. He's a really weird boss in that regard. As far as his drop table and everything. But yeah, I'm not going to have enough time to do a forestry stream for old school RuneScape this week, so I might just add a little camera to our interface. Because I'm going to have it open going on in the background right now. Like, even right now, I'm cutting a tree. So we're going to have, like, a forestry tree cutting cam next year. Because we're just going to have, like, forestry in the background. I still need the little wolf whistle thingy. Also, we're going to hit 99 woodcutting tomorrow. On stream randomly. In a little menu that's going to be as small as, like, my headspace right here. We'll probably put it around where the keys are and collapse the key menu a little bit. Or, you know, the thing that says how many normal keys, epics, and everything we have. Put a little forestry camera there. Just to grind it in the background. What I'm doing right now is literally one click every 5 minutes, so it's kind of nice. I've always liked woodcutting in RuneScape. It's just such a relaxing skill. That and fishing. Though woodcutting even more so ever since they updated it with forestry, because you can AFK it for so long now compared to before. Because before it was like a 1 in 8 chance you would kill a tree if you took a log. Now every tree has a timer, so high tier trees last like literally forever. Like redwoods that I'm doing right now, they're like 4.5 minutes per click or something. Very convenient. Yours didn't reset? I'm not sure why. Mine ended up resetting earlier, and I'm kind of sad. Because now I won't be able to go bother doing the battles. So this is really bad. Overall. Because I have no way to actually really do them now without wasting time on Vault Weekend. Oh no, maybe we'll put it to a poll, because I'm going to be doing a bit of a longer stream tomorrow. We're going to be starting probably around, as soon as I grab dinner. So that's probably going to be around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or so. And then we're going to go basically as long as we normally would tonight, which is like 10-ish. So we should be doing about at least a 6-ish hour stream tomorrow of just grinding out Vault Weekend. Who knows, maybe we'll even aim for 500 this weekend instead of 300. Though we're still sticking to 300 goal. You know, if we get like if we get as lucky today as we did yesterday, if we get as lucky tomorrow as we did today, we will go for 500 probably this weekend. But only if we get that lucky. But I don't know, we might be able to. We might be able to. I sure hope so. We'll find out. Come on, let me cast. You got a split dead end, both with sentinels. Ooh. Yeah, I have heard people mention that there can be like double sentinel paths in Underspire. I haven't seen one yet. You know what? I guess we will do all of our battles. Because what if we get lucky with sentinels? Yeah, we'll do them tomorrow. We're going to be streaming for a while tomorrow, so yeah. You know what? We'll do every single one of our torches tomorrow. I'm still only going for silver, though, this week instead of gold. But yeah, we will go do that. Though then again, they gave us more torches. We're currently sitting at, what, 112? We normally get a Underspire completed in about 100 torches. So they actually gave us more torches then, right? Because I'm looking at my stack right now. And between the free battles tomorrow, the free battles on Sunday, it's going to set us at about 120-something torches. That's enough to finish the entirety of Underspire. So I think we just don't spend any more gems and go through the whole thing, go for double gold, go from there. I'm almost even considering spending the $2 bundle thingy. And then going and torching all, or lanterning all the good ones. Now that lanterns supposedly carry over correctly. Like they're supposed to. I'm pretty sure there'll be a billion glitches with that as well. Because we'd only have to use 1 or 2 extra every single week. On the silver and potentially the pet orb. But definitely the silver. That way we'll get 2 silvers every week and 2 golds every week instead of just 2 golds every week. Which is pretty good value. Because for $2, if you only use it for the silver, that's 5 extra silvers over the course of 5 weeks. That's not bad at all. For the value of what a silver is compared to what money can buy in this game. It's like one of the, if not the best transfer of resources in the entire game. From like a money cost to yield ratio. Though it does take 5 weeks to fully yield on it though. You got 2 times major orb and a glory on the 2 major orb and 1 drop. Nice. Wood cutting reminds you of the your cousin when you were early teens. He'd wake up and grab a laptop before taking a breath. Actually, I really loved playing some of the mini games in old school RuneScape when I was younger, like stealing creations, which RuneScape doesn't have, or old school RuneScape, I should say. I really wish they would have added it. They added LMS instead, Last Man Standing, which I don't hate that mode, but it basically took like the whole battle royale kind of format back when the format was like really, really popular, and just added it into the game instead of stealing creations, which is kind of sad. But yeah, mini games like that, and Barbarian Assault, I actually still really love. And in old school RuneScape, people actually still play Barbarian Assault. Torso's still best in slot for like all of early and part of mid game. And it takes like no time to get. Like even with a casual team, it's like 2-ish hours or so. It's like the first thing I do on any member account. It's just the entire Barbarian Assault grind. You can easily do it within a weekend or even a single day if you play enough in one day. This is a really nostalgic game mode for me. It was added. Gosh, we're doing so good on Dragonite Gnomes. No, don't you dare run though. Okay, good. It was actually added, I think, back in 2007 too. It's a really old game. Actually, a lot of mini games in old school RuneScape are actually kind of old, as you'd kind of expect from the name. But they haven't really added too many new ones. Like I think the most recent mini game they've added was just re-adding Soul Wars to old school RuneScape, which of course is in RuneScape 3, or I think it still is, unless they got rid of it. But, yeah, they haven't actually really added any, like, new minigames in a while. I think the most recent, like, new one was literally Last Man Standing, like, 7 years ago. I'm not sure why they haven't really wanted to. Oh, happy birthday, Lester! Should we go sing you happy birthday? Do I get a happy birthday song? Yeah, I'll sing you happy birthday if you want. Just wait till this, vault is over. But if you want me to, I could do it right after this, Palooza. In 5 minutes from now. Oh, your birthday was yesterday? Oh no, did you say it in chat and I missed it? Or were you just not here yesterday? Oh no. Maybe we'll go sing if you want. Oh yeah, the Dual Arena replacement. I never bothered playing that. Isn't it basically just Dual Arena, but you get like a pre-loadout? Honestly, I kind of wanted that way back in the day. Like being able to go to like any build, any stats, any gear, and just kind of mess around in Dual Arena. I think that's basically what they did with the Dual Arena rework. I have no clue because I haven't actually played it a single time. It basically was dead on arrival because they took away gambling. So now everyone just gambles in PvP worlds. Without tax. But they got rid of the gambling aspect, but they also got rid of like any reason to play it because the rewards for it are awful. So no one actually bothers doing the game mode. By the time I got back to old school RuneScape, the mode was as dead could be. I'm pretty sure not a single person plays it. It is so pointless to bother doing. Because everyone who wants to do PvP just does Last Man Standing or Wilderness or Gambles. And everyone who wants like the rewards just do it in like AFK Nightmare Zone. Where like one click every 20 minutes you get everything you ever need, so why put in effort? Nightmare Zone is just a really broken mechanic in old school RuneScape. It was added back in like the really early days when they wouldn't even sure if old school RuneScape would survive a few years. So they kind of just were doing whatever, and they didn't really have much to work with. So they made like a super ultra broken piece of content that they've actually never really nerfed for the most part. Still just broken pretty much as day one. Bounty Hunter is also newer. Yeah, Bounty Hunter technically is. I guess that's kind of a mini-game. But it's also an old mini-game in a sense. Because Bounty Hunter was added in like 2008 or 2009 to RuneScape 3. Whenever it was. Hey, we got Glory Gnomes in there. You also have the rune crafting minigame. Skilling minigames don't really count. They're in kind of like a category of their own. I wouldn't really consider that a minigame. Like Giant Foundry we got last year's too, and it technically is counted as a minigame. It has a minigame teleport. But it's not a minigame in like traditional sense of what a minigame is, I feel like, in old school RuneScape, or RuneScape in general. It's more of just like a skilling training method that has the name of a minigame without actually being a minigame. Well, it is a minigame, but you know, not in a traditional sense of what I would consider one. I have to sing it twice? Wait, who else has a birthday? Oh, wait, is Divine's birthday as well? Let's see. Wait, how did I miss your birthday as well? How did I miss every birthday? Wait, I gotta sing 2 birthdays then. Hold up. Wait, did I, like, not stream yesterday or something? Where was everyone? I guess you guys were busy with birthday. But I need to sing both your guys' birthday then. I'll do Lester's first. And then we'll go do Defiance. I don't think we've ever had to do a double birthday before. Yeah, you were busy yesterday. That does make sense, yeah. Generally, people would be busy on their birthday. But yeah, we'll go sing both of them in about a minute. We'll just wait for the timer to tick down. We'll even hand out our first code for you two as well. We'll have 2 tonight. Is it possible to get a vault key from Dragonite Gnomes? No. They actually fixed that. It was a glitch on release that you could. But any of the super rare gnomes can never give you... Well, except Pet Gnome. But Pet Gnome gives you both drops. But any of like the super rare gnomes, like Curse Gnomes, Dragonite Gnomes, and Verse Gnomes, will always give you their unique drop. They will never give you a Verse key. The only exception to this, as far as gnomes are concerned, is a Pet Gnome. A Pet Gnome actually gives you both drops. It's the only troop in the game that gives you both. So let's say you get a Vault Key on a Pet Gnome, you will still get the Pet Gnome activation. Well, also, gosh, it's so bad, 3 Jewel Gnomes. But the Pet Gnome's the only exception. You'll get both the Pet Gnome activation, like you normally would, and the Vault Key. But in the case of the other ones, they just make it a 0% chance to get a Vault Key and a 100% chance to get their unique loot instead. So you can never be blocked by a Vault Key on them. And wow, that was horrible loot. From the final one there. But anyways, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lester. Happy birthday to you. Now let's run it back for Defiant. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Defiant. Happy birthday to you. Now we need a third one so we can keep it going. Happy birthday. Okay, anyways. Happy birthday, both of you guys. Hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. Anyways, how's our loot looking now? Also, why do I keep checking here? I forgot. We got a new place we can check our inventory. That's a lot more convenient and doesn't have to click as much. Look at that. Wow, we even did good on Vault Key. Why are we doing so lucky on everything today? 29 Vault Keys, 3 Epics. Let me go update my numbers. Let's see. So that's 29. 29. What are we at right here? 2, 3, 3. And this one is 1. There we go. Alright, let's go run it back. Let's go do another. Anything else I need to change? Oh, you know what I should go change? 20%. You're getting in the way. Actually, I should have been doing that earlier. Whoops. It's not too big a deal, especially on mobile, and my input would be delayed anyways, as far as me clicking as quickly. But it's actually quicker to not have the 20%. It doesn't save that much time, but it saves you, like, decimals of a second. But it adds up over a lot of battles. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful day. We have to sing happy birthday to Lester 69 times. Oh yeah, we never handed up the code. Let me go hand it up. Yeah, we'll have 2 codes tonight. We're actually running really low on codes. We are almost out. There you guys go. We have exactly enough till Halloween, and then we're going to be completely out of codes. I still can't believe I have jury duty on Halloween. We'll see what happens with it. Because I really don't want to have jury duty on my birthday. Oh, I just realized I'm just farming the thingy right now. Probably go throw it down another Palooza. I'm like, wait, why is the timer not moving? It's because I'm not doing a Palooza. Let's go do a Palooza. Also, this pet's useless. Yeah, we've had it max since... Actually, this was the first pet we ever got. We even marked it as so when we did it in our thingy. Over in pets, show all. I think I even put it as its name, like first pet. It was the first pet we ever got as a drop. I think technically there was like some kind of bunny or something they gave to everyone like initially. As far as our actual first like drop of a pet. Where is it? It was like that little penguin thing. I guess it's under P's. Because it's probably called penguin something. Or maybe not. Or then again, we're already past P's. I have no clue where it is. But it was indeed our first pet. Was it under P's? It is. It should be like right up here. Penguin? There it is, yeah. First pet. Skipper. There we go. Anyways, let's go run on the Palooza. It was the first pet we ever got in this game. Cute little penguin. Way back when the mode was still or first added back in like 2018. Alright, let's go run a Palooza. Where are we at? 12 more? That should be enough for the whole weekends, especially at this rate of luck for overall loot. Let's keep getting more. And we even got a double Dragonite Gnome in that one too, which is kind of nice. Too bad we weren't able to stall it till the end. If we got it in the last few minutes, I probably would. But getting it within the first minute was just too early to start stalling it. And as Isabel mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on a stream. Helps a lot. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. We'll hand out another redeem code in a little bit. And we will be going a little bit longer tonight, as we normally do for Vault weekends. Probably going for about 2 hours instead of a normal one. And tomorrow we're probably going to be going for about 6 hours, starting around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or so. As soon as I grab dinner. So we're probably going to go for 6-ish hours tomorrow. Focus on doing the entirety of Underspire, as well as, because it got reset again for me, as well as, you know, just doing Vault event grind. That's the game plan for tomorrow. And what's great is I don't need to stress about during the day getting a bunch of more verses, because we already have all we need for our 300 goal. I guess we still can grind, and probably will here and there. But we're technically already done with the grind as far as getting Paloozas are concerned. Like, we could technically not need to spend a single second getting Paloozas the rest of this weekend. We still will, just because I want some reserve, of course. But we technically don't need to as far as our main goal that we had. And Double Dragon was a great name. Or a great game. I've heard of it. I forget what it was. Wasn't it some kind of fighting game? Almost like Street Fighter, or am I thinking of a different game? You're suffering from Gnome Hunter fatigue? Honestly, I got so lucky today that I don't feel it at all. Honestly, I probably would feel it if I grinded as much as we did today, and we got like 3 or less verses, like we have been some of the lately, or some of the Vault weekends lately. But this weekend, we just got so lucky. Like, everything that has happened to me in-game today, other than our Underspire getting reset, has been so absurdly lucky. Like, way above our normal luck. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up game from the 80s. Yeah, Tina's Toy is the only one I haven't found yet. It is in drop table. It has been for about 5 months or so now. Yep, it's the only one I'm missing now. And then we'll have every pet in the game again. Well, aside from the few that are impossible to have right now. We'll have those in due time. Give it another year or so. Because currently no one has those pets, obviously. And I don't have the current season pet because I still haven't bothered buying the pass yet. I need to go do that next week. I always forget until like midway through the event. It's because there's very little incentive to get it early on. And you're allowed to get it whenever you want, as long as it's before the end of the event. So I normally just wait a couple weeks. Oh yeah, if you could DM me when you see it, if there happens to be one, that'd be nice, thank you. I'm not sure if I'll see it or if I'll be asleep or something during it. But if you do happen to be around and you do see it, do let me know. Because maybe hopefully I'll be around and see the notification. There's a good chance I won't, but hopefully we can. We'll find out. Okay, we got some cursed gnomes there, always great to see. But if we do get that, that means we would have finished all pets this weekend. After about a year and a half of not having all pets. But hopefully whenever the next money locked pet comes around, we won't get as unlucky on it. Because those are like one of those temporary money locked ones. Where it's like, oh, if you want it early for this bonus on a mythic, you can spend $5. And I was like, nope. And then a year later, it's like, maybe I should have. It feels like their drop rate is just so much worse, or we just as a guild just got really unlucky, that or I as a person just have never been on whenever the guild has gotten it. Because I'm pretty sure we've gotten like 5 Infernus Imps in the last year. Which I guess is about on drop rate for how many pets there are currently in the game. But I was never around for any of them until today. It's just really annoying maxing any pet. They really need to go and reconsider the current format they have for getting pets. We need some kind of Soulforge version of getting them. Either rotate one color per week or make it based on kingdom or something. Because the way that they have it kind of worked back in 2018, though it was still kind of clunky then. But with how many pets we have now, it very much does not work in 2023 and soon to be 2024. Like, it's been about 6 years. It's time for a bit of a rework on it. Hopefully they will sometime early next year. Why not use some orbs? Well, orbs doesn't help if we don't have a copy of it. But yes, for all other instances, orbs would be fine. But if you have 0 copies of it, you can't orb the pet. And currently, the most annoying type of pet to get are the ones that they $5 money lock. The statted mythics that come in whenever they do a Legends Reborn? Was it? Isn't it called Legends Reborn? Yeah, whenever they do a Legends Reborn event, there's a $5 money-locked mythic pet. And they do come into the game for free. Like, we just got Infernus Imp today for free. It's been around for over a year now. But it's just so annoying to try to get them into drop table. Especially if you get unlucky on them, or you're never around when they happen. Like, that's the biggest issue, I would say, with pets. It's only an hour-long event. So if you're not checking the game, like, every hour... Which, of course, you are a lot of times for Tribute, but you have to check it both for Tribute and then also check it for, see if there's a pet. Because sometimes the notification for if you have a pet active at a given moment doesn't work. So you have to actively go to the pet menu and be like, let me go check the pet. Best thing about this update is the flashing thing on the Forge. They've gotten rid of, they gotten rid of a lot of the flashy thingies. They also got rid of it on, though maybe this kind of technically already was the previous patch or one of the other ones. But they also got rid of it on the statues. What are they called? The shrines. The annoying shrines that pretty much no one is buying because they're not really worthwhile. Those shrines, I don't think, have a little flashy thingy anymore. It was never flashy. It just had an exclamation point next to it. But I don't think the exclamation point used to go away even if you went into the menu. But now if you just go into the menu once, it'll go away. But yeah, every single one of those, all you have to do is go to the menu and it goes away. Now, the only exception to that, I think, is your mail. I think the mail exclamation point stays there until you claim the mail. I say that because I don't think mine has ever gone away. And it's mostly because of all the Volkies and Paloozas we have there. I mean, not Paloozas, the XP boosters. Alright, that reminds me, we need to go use all of our XP boosters tomorrow. That's one thing we need to go run. In the 6 hours that we'll be doing Gems of War tomorrow, we need to go run every single one of our XP boosters that we have stacked up. We have almost 2 hours worth of them. So we'll use them sometime throughout the stream. For verse farming specifically. So we will get at least 2 hours of verse farming in next stream. It'll probably be like, realistically, there's going to be like 2 hours of verse farming, 3 hours of Palooza, which is what we're doing right now, and 1 hour of just Underspire 100-something battles plus whatever else. Like, you know, standard dailies, whatever else we need to go do. That's pretty much going to be the stream tomorrow. 3 hours of this, 2 hours of verse farm, and 1 hour of, doing 100+ Underspire fights, plus whatever else we still need to go do. Why am I not running them simultaneously? Because you get slightly less XP by doing them right now during a Palooza. Even though you can use both simultaneously, the problem with Palooza is there's a delay every time the 4 gnomes come in, which makes you only able to get about 5.5 wins per minute rather than 6. Sometimes even closer to 5. So we're actually getting less XP per hour, or, you know, per 15 minutes when running it through a Palooza. Our Palooza isn't any worse, but the amount of XP we get is slightly worse. So I'd want to do it while verse farming, as it would still hold pretty much the same full value it normally would have. It's still technically even slower with that, just because the 1 gnome's coming in occasionally, but it's a lot less delay to have 1 gnome ever so occasionally than to have 4 every single time. Because normally, we'd be able to cast like a whole second earlier, if not quicker, every single time we're doing a fight in normal battles rather than a Palooza. Like, right about now we'd be able to cast, but we gotta wait for all 4 of those little animations to play every single time. So even though it is technically possible to use both simultaneously, it's actually not worth it if you want to maximize on the XP boost. Your Palooza will get its full value, but your XP booster will be like 10-20% worse than if you did it separately. Which isn't too big a deal, because obviously the Palooza is the more important one, but we already delayed them this long to get their full value, so we're going to go get their full value from verse farming with them. Plus, we're going to do some amount of verse farming anyway, so might as well. I technically could have used them off stream today, I just didn't bother. But, yeah, we'll do it on stream tomorrow. Doing a big stream will be something that we can use on it, if nothing else. Also, I might hand out 3 codes tomorrow since we're going to have such a longer stream. Kind of need to, given how long it's going to be. It'll be our longest stream in a very long time for Gems of War. The Gems of War mega stream. Yeah, it'll be about 6 hours long, give or take a little. I'll start at around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just want to make sure I eat dinner first, so we have enough energy for it all. Because I ideally don't want to eat on stream, if we can help it. You paid the $5 for Tina's toy and got a major orb on it. Oh, that's kind of funny. Yeah, you do, I believe, get the orb thingy, so you can sometimes roll really nicely. And some people go for the one afterwards, too, which gives you, like, a few deeds. So they're pretty expensive. I think it's, like, 3 deeds for a total of 15 up to that point. So you'd get whatever the mythic pet is, plus, like, 3 deed books. Which is a little pricey per deed book. Deed books are just so annoying to get in the current state of the game. I would say out of any currency across the entire game, there's technically 2 that really need a buff in their rate. Like alternative ways of getting them, some kind of game mode, put in treasure hunt, do something with it. But the 2 main ones are deed-related material, particularly just the accumulation of deed books, and shiny keys are by far the 2 main resources they need to rework a bit as far as their accumulation rate. They are the 2 most bottlenecked resources in the game. Deeds being the main lifeblood of upgrading kingdoms these days. And, what was the other one I just mentioned? Oh yeah, Shiny Keys. Shiny Keys just not being farmable. They're currently very much locked on how many you can get per week without spending extra money to get a few. Like, they're a very static resource. So in all fairness, quite a few resources actually were when they first came out, but then became more accessible over time. Glory, when it first came out, was a really static resource. Seals were a really static resource, where they basically had like a hard cap of how much you could realistically get per week. To a degree, oh no, that's not true. I was gonna say to a degree seals still are, but no they aren't, because purple orbs basically made it so you can infinitely farm them. But yeah, shiny keys still have no infinite farm capability. You're completely static on how many you can get. And what's really funny is Glory was like that when the game first came out. I think the most Glory you could gain per day, way back in the day, was 16 Glory per day. Was the maximum amount you could do regardless of how much PvP you did. It was still tied to PvP as the main and actually back then only way of getting it. But it was handed out based on what rank you had in PvP at the end of each day. So if you had rank 1, you got 16. If you were rank none, or 15, I think it was like 1 or 2 Glory per day. So the cap you could ever get was 16 a day. But nowadays, obviously, you can farm literal tens of thousands on a Vault weekend like today. Which I probably already have gotten tens of thousands today across the whole day. Honestly, even in a single hour, if you get lucky enough on Glory Gnomes, you can get like 5,000 Glory in an hour. I think the average is closer to 2,000 or 3,000 during a Vault event. So it's much different than how it used to be back in the day. You got an $80 pet for $5, so not too bad. Is that what it actually says for the value offer? $80 offer? Or $80 value? I never understood those like value things that some mobile games have. Because they're selling you something of 0 value for however much it is. Like, how do you come up with like a value number? Like, obviously you do it based on other things in the game. But that means you'd have to have other offers that are so horrifically bad that it makes it seem like there's a value aspect to it. Yeah, now that I think about it, I still don't think I've spent a single cent on a pet yet, as far as accumulating pets in this game. I was almost considering it with how dry we were going on Furnace Simp, but luckily we finally got it today. But yeah, I still have not spent a single cent, not counting when they're bundled with other things. Like, for example, seasons. Like, whenever we get the season pass, like that technically has a pet in it, but we're not only buying the pet. We're doing it for the entire season. It just happens to also include a pet. But I've never spent any money in this game for anything that only resulted in getting a pet. So this is a really bad battle to do it on, but we won't have enough time to do it in the next one. So we'll do it here and just hope the guy gives us something good. And he... Oh, we high-rolled souls at least. Also, we only would have gotten 1 gem if we didn't delay, so we got an extra 4. So I guess it's not horrific, though. Honestly, we're doing really bad at end of Vault loot. Really, really bad. But anyways, there we go. Let's go add up our numbers. And yeah, I keep forgetting. We can check this so easy now. Let's go use that new feature that came in the recent patch. We should check right here, and boom, look. Got all the resources we need. 48. And, okay, we didn't do as good on Versus that time around. But, or Epics. Oh, that was a really average one. But we'll still take it. Alright, let me go update the numbers. What is that now? 4842. 4842. So that is now a 48? 40. I will eventually learn to type. 48 for... The problem is, where my keyboard is like really off-center. To how I'm currently sitting. Oh, there we go. Alright, don't think we can change anything else there. We're good to go. Yeah, I like this little thing. You just bring it up. Because the way that you had to do it before, of course, was go here, then scroll a bunch because it's so thick. Now you just go here, go there, boom, you're already here. Like, it's at least 3 times quicker, if not even quicker than that. There, no exclamation point anymore. Oh, wait, my mail's not exclamation pointing me either right now. Oh, nice. That's really nice. I thought it was earlier. Also, we're starting to get a lot of junk in here. How many XP boosters do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because the one for tomorrow. Okay, we're going to have 2 hours of XP boost tomorrow. Or actually, we'll have a solid 2 hours of just verse farming. Because, oh wow, we already did this too without going out of our way. Nice. Because this we did because of all the verse farming. This, obviously, we've done just from click and tribute. And this you'll do just by doing anything in game. Unless you're just only doing Dust Devil. But actually, I'm actually kind of surprised. I guess we have done enough other teams that wasn't just Dust Devil to get that. Anyways, I did a new adventure board today. Let me go do the standard dailies real quick before I forget. I will be skipping over Underspire today, though, just because with the reset on Underspire, we'll need to. But otherwise, let me go throw this down. Clear these out real quick. Go clear out dungeon, and then, oh yeah, we can also go claim our raid reward. I think the guild by now would have finished out raids. And then we'll go and run Paloozas the rest of the stream. Okay. Catch you later, Defiant. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Oh, nice! Look at this, verse 3. I'm not sure what my verse 3 luck is today. But I have never gotten more verse gnomes in a single day in the last, like, half a year. I feel like this should be normal rate. I remember back in the day, it felt like we were always getting, like, 2 verses per hour of the one we needed, if not more. And I'm not sure why, but the last, like, almost entire year of 2023, we just haven't been doing good on the verse gnomes we need. But today has been so amazing on getting the gnome we need. Like, we just go to any mode for, like, several seconds. Like, oh, here's the verse you need. Here's another one. I even got triple back-to-back earlier today, too. Into a verse 3, into a verse 3, into a verse 2. Which I do technically still need verse 2s. I need them less than verse 3s, but it's the secondary one I'm going to be needing. So if we ever get too lucky on verse 3, I'm going to need verse 2s. So it's still nice to be getting them within that bundle. Because if we're just getting verse 3s only, we will eventually get into the same problem as before where we need verse 2s. Like we used to back in the day. You think they updated it? You've definitely seen more than usual. This honestly just feels like the rate it was like a year or plus ago. Because this last year or so, I'm not sure if it's just been bugged or what. But I definitely feel like we've been getting a lot less verses this year. But something about today has just been so good. I'm not sure if the update tweaked it or something. But it has been far better than how much we've been averaging so far this year. It seems a lot more reminiscent of like a year or like a year or 2 years ago. Where you could farm for an hour and get like 3 of your verse on average, like 2 or 3. Because lately it felt like you could do it for 2 hours and be lucky if you even get one of the one you want to see. Also, this team is actually really annoying for this team to fight. Out of every single thing in Underspire, I mean in Dungeon, this is like the main reason why we shouldn't run this team that we're using right now. It is horrifically, horrifically bad against this setup, especially when we're webbed right now. He is resummoned. Though in all fairness, this whole team is already resummoned in a sense. Alright, let's go get full mana and start destroying everything. He gets a little bit of summon there. We start getting Catherics up. Alright, that doesn't really do anything for him value-wise. I can't take the red there. I can't even cascade it from Sky, though I want to try. No, we didn't get it. Oh, he got a web on us. Luckily, he hit on someone that does nothing. You need to just mana accumulate for us. Ideally, a little bit better than that, but we can work with this. Alright, you kill that. So that's one resummon dead. You kill that. You get full mana. Don't give him any mana. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, now we Leprechaun. Actually, let me take that first. Now we Leprechaun. And as long as you get full mana and he doesn't go too crazy here, we should be fine. He's dead. There we go. Yeah, the fight is really, really annoying since we don't have any way to target him directly. We have Curse but no stun on this team. So we can't ever actually target him. Because Curse only gets rid of immunities. It does not get rid of Stealthy. You'd have to stun for that. It only gets rid of various immunities, like Devour immunities, stuff like that. But does not get rid of Stealthy specifically. Also, his webs are kind of being annoying. I'm having to force myself into Skulls against a Gorgulfo, which is a really bad idea, but it's not giving me any choice to get mana. As soon as we get on web there, we just go for the insta-kill. Hopefully get full mana back. Almost, not quite. And then go kill it with his Olgoth. Unfortunately, he did not give us the mana we need. Can't move anything over there, can't move anything over there. Let's take that for now. Didn't surge. Skull? Sure, why not? Get a curse there, get a poke. Get our last little bit of mana, be good to go. What did he just drain? Oh, he drained my Catherics. Luckily, it doesn't full drain anymore. But you think those ever full drain in the past? I could have sworn they did, like, way back when they were first created. and then lower down to a 12 kind of mechanic. Well, a lot of them actually released as a 12 mechanic. I think really early on when they first came out, that type of troop, they had a bit of a lower mana drain. I mean, higher mana drain. But then were changed to all be that kind of type. And a lot of them were released just simply as that type. I will take that one over. And that should be match. Another one down. Let's go take out Bone Dragon. I remember when Bone Dragon was meta. Have any of you guys actually played since then? Am I going to buy some cheap torches for tomorrow? I think they compensated us with extra torches. So probably not, because I'm already sitting on like 100-something torches, like 117 or whatever it is. And that's already enough to finish Underspire. Plus we're getting another 7 tomorrow for free, plus we're getting another 7 on Sunday for free. So our total number of torches is already enough to complete Underspire in its entirety, like all the way to gold, finish the final fight and everything. Unless we get like ultra unlucky. So I'm not going to actually need to buy any torches. These were already at the number of torches needed to finish the event. Plus we're still getting another free 14. Alright, there we go. Because let me go double check. How many torches are we sitting at? Because if it's any number above 110, we're already like way more than enough. Yeah, 112. And we're going to have 14 more. So without spending a single extra gem, we're at 126 torches. Unless we do it really unluckily, 126 is way more than enough to finish out Underspire. On average. So it'll be fine. But yeah, we shouldn't need to buy anymore. Because they gave us like an extra 20 torches or something or whatever they did. I'm not sure exactly how many they gave. But it is enough that we're pretty much good to go. So nice. All right, anyways, let's go get our numbers up. Actually, wait, we already checked that. Wait. I want to go run another Palooza, but I want to go check. Have we done all the things? Let's see. We've done 6 out of 9 of those. We've done, oh, Pet Rescue. Oh, yeah, this is for the thingy. I didn't even notice. It actually shows up over there. That's cool. Campaign, we already finished. Adventure Board, we already finished all the relevant ones. Pet Rescue, finished. Well, this is not useful. Raid Events, thank you, Guild. We are finished. Let me go grab that. What do we have? Useless. But we got the 4 shiny keys. How many shiny keys are we sitting on now? We are currently at 79. And of course, our dailies for XP boost for tomorrow is finished. Our mail is nice and ready to go as well. So we'll use those boosters then. Just got to make sure to not accidentally claim all. Not only would that be bad because all the XP boosters here, but also because it would claim all my Volkies. Hey, Trippy's ready. Nice. Alright, so I guess we're ready for another Palooza then. We've done all the things then. Because the only daily I haven't done is Underspire, but we're saving it for tomorrow. And then we'll do 119 fights tomorrow. And if that's not enough, we get another 7 the following day. And I might even go buy some more lanterns. I'm considering it with how lanterns work now. Because honestly, $2 every 5 weeks. Let's just say $2 a month. That's not horrible for what we get in return. We're not getting any unique loot. But the power of a silver orb, like an extra silver orb every single time, adds up to be a ton over time. You're basically buying silver orbs for, what is it? What's 200 cents going into 5? That would end up being 20, 40. It's basically 40 cents per silver orb. Plus you're getting a few of the knick-knack loots, whatever the silver fight has, I don't remember. But I think it's like some blue shards and something else. But yeah, it's basically 40 cents per silver orb. To put that into perspective, they're selling... Oh, I can't show it right now. The lamp that we had the other day had a 1% chance to get a silver orb for $2. But for 2 actual dollars, we can buy them for 40 cents each. So yeah, I'll take the 40-cent offer rather than the one that is effectively $200 if you were to actually do the lamp offer. I have no clue why they made that lamp offer so bad. It already looked bad, but with the ratios that they gave it, it's even worse than how bad it already looked. But yeah, if you do it off of lamps, it's $200 for a single silver. If you do it in Underspire, it is 40 cents per silver over the course of 5 weeks. Which, of course, if you're already doing Underspire, that is. But it's not that hard to get to silver, even if you don't want to put that much resources into it. I think with 50 gems a day, you easily could. If, like, your only goal is to reach silver. And even then, you could just use the free lantern. You wouldn't even need the extra one at that point. Anyways. Because I think if I was to buy the lantern pack, I would only use it... I wouldn't use it on the pet orb. I would actually use it solely on the silvers. And it's just mostly just to make sure we can actually upgrade everything. Because we will eventually reach a point where our silvers will fall behind. If I go check my orbs right now. Yeah. Oh, actually, this is the perfect time to start doing it. Because my silver and gold numbers are basically the same number. Lamps. Oh, yeah. Lamps are a new microtransaction they added in the most recent patch. You basically completely ignore them because they are a horrifically bad value. I think they were only available on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever it was. But yeah, do not buy lamps. They are really bad value. It's a new microtransaction they added. It's basically like shrines, where it's just pure RNG and has nothing worthwhile in it relative to the amount of money spent. But yeah, now's actually the perfect time to do it now that these are a little bit more evened out. So yeah, we'll be doing that. Anyways, in other news, let's go do another Palooza. We've only done, what, 2 so far? Let's keep going. Actually, have we only done 2? Why does it feel like we've done more than 2? Have we really only done 2 this whole stream? Yeah, based on those numbers, it's definitely only 2 Paloozas used. Ah, go figure. Actually, we can tell because we started with 14, so... Yeah, we've only used 2 Paloozas so far. Well, let's go run a third. Started from the top. Let's go run another one. I'll run about another 3 then. Oh, another 2 and then an extra one, I guess. But anyway, let's get them going. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick, though. Good old hydration. Actually, I've been slacking on water consumption lately. Like, the other week, I was doing, like, 4-ish bottles a day. Now I'm down to, like, 1 or 2 a day. The last week or so. Not sure why I haven't been drinking as much. I guess because it's been getting colder. So I felt like less of a need to compared to when it's warmer out. But anyways. That was just a seasonal shift into, like, fall, winter kind of time. But anyways. Let me go run the third Palooza. Gonna run at least 3 more. Okay, click on that. Oh, I'm not using the right team right now, am I? Before I click on that, I'm gonna go do the battle real quick. Because right now, I think I'm using Phoenicia, or that. So let me go to the correct team. And then we'll be straight away into the next Palooza. I'll hand out the other code in a little bit as well. Alright, we have now used the team. And the reason why we do that, if any of you are wondering why we're just doing a random fight, now when we go back there, our team will be preset to whatever team we just chose. So now our team is preset to this Ironhawk team, whereas before it would have been our Zolgoth team we just used for dungeon. But anyways, let's go to games. Oh, no, yeah, that's right. Go to Soulforge. I'm still trying to figure out where all the menuing is. Has anyone else been having an issue with that? Because I feel like it's intuitive. Like the way they have it is fine. I just feel like I keep forgetting where things is. The only thing I hate about the new interface that I wish they would change is this button right here. Because I look at this interface and it's like, okay, this is here, this is here, this is here. But when it comes to these, like, I think like games is the middle button. But if I have it like this, events is our middle button. So it just confuses me so much because I remember them locationally. And there's technically 3 different ones that have 2 on each slot, which confuses me so much. That's the only thing that really gets me as far as the new interface, but everything else I don't mind. It's perfectly fine. There's that menu right there is what bothers me. Not sure how they could really fix it though as far as moving it, but I would prefer a scroll bar there rather than a click this to get to other menu bar. Kind of like how the sidebars are, where if there's like 4, 5, 6, 7 options, you could just scroll down. I wish they would have made it like that. Or you either have to scroll from side to side or scroll up and down like there's 2 side ones. Because having to click that button is just really annoying. Because you have to know in what button state you currently are to know which buttons you can press. Whereas the other ones, you just slide up and down and you get right there. To a degree, I guess it kind of works how like Underworld and Overworld works. But I feel like that's drastically different than how that button works. Even though they're both technically the same premise. It's just those 2 are obviously completely different when you're in an Underworld that has all Underspire things, factions, and the Overworld where you have all the kingdoms. Like, it's kind of hard to confuse the 2. Whereas just having a few little buttons there and then having a different set of buttons are much easier to confuse. Compared to a completely different map with completely different inputs. Oh yeah, I got a decent amount of angel drops earlier, but honestly, nothing good. I didn't get a single Vol key, I didn't get a single Epic Vol key, I don't think I got a single D drop. Like, I was getting a lot of angels, but nothing was good from them. Like, I wasn't getting some horrible ones, occasionally some horrible ones. I was getting some weird loot, like Curse Runes, Dragonite, stuff like that. Like, I wasn't getting any of the super juicy stuff. Other than, I think, like, an Nisha or two. I didn't get a single Vault Key or Epic Vault Key from Angel specifically all day. But we got really, really lucky on Versus, so can't really complain. But I do have to say, our Angel luck was a bit down today. Not in number, but in actual drops. Because in number, they were just as strong as they normally been. But I really like the Merchant Angel mechanic. I just wish it would have not come with the Daemon Genie mechanic. I do hope that at some point in the future they just completely scrap them. There's been very, 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 very few pieces of content that have ever been in the game that they've technically trashed. And if there was any one piece of content in all of Gems of War that I would say definitively just needs to be removed, it is the concept of Daemons and Genies. Because no one is clicking on them. Even when you want to click on them, you're barely ever even clicking on them because they're not even worth it most of the time. Even in the situations where they're potentially worth it. Just replace them all with Genies and Angels. The two that actually matter. Ideally just all Angels, but obviously it would be split between the two. Because that update had so much potential to be good, and they made half of it just unusable. And very annoying. And the other half actually, like, one of the more useful mechanics we've gotten all year. Because it drastically reduced the price of deeds. It basically made writs free whenever they roll around. Made getting pet food a lot easier for people that might be lacking pet food or going through the game and still needing to progress through all that to get all the pet food to have infinite, essentially. As well as, of course, the Angels is giving a ton of free loot of pretty much every resource in the game. Oh yeah, I really like the resource wallet. Out of everything in the most recent patch, that was definitely my favorite. Honestly, I actually like that more than the dead ends in Underspire giving loot. Like, just the quality of life of the wallet in the top right, actually really great. And kind of makes me think why this hasn't been implemented sooner. Because it's actually just so convenient just having that there. Like, it's always been in the game. It's just been hidden behind a billion menus. That not only makes it harder for newer players to find, but also just makes it more time-consuming to get to. But now within a single second, you can get to exactly where you want in your wallet. It just shows everything you have. Very, very convenient. And we've been using it a ton this stream, because whenever we check our Vault Keys and Epic Vault Keys and update our number, we could check it within a single second, rather than have to spend like 5 seconds menuing through a bunch of stuff. But honestly, I would say that was the MVP of the most recent patch. I like it more than Dead Ends having loot. Because honestly, I haven't gotten anything cool from the Dead Ends yet. There's a lot of cool loot you can get, but it's all like so super rare. But who knows, maybe we'll get us some tomorrow. We'll be running like 100-something faction fights. And even when I finish faction tomorrow, we're still going to run the rest of our torches to try to see if we can find Dead End rooms. Like in any section where we might still have a couple. So even after we finish Underspire, we're still going to keep going tomorrow. Assuming we can finish it, though. We're going to have 119 torches. I sure hope we finish it within 119. But whatever spears we have, like if we finish it in 105, we're going to use the other 14 to try to find dead ends deliberately. Angel offered you a choice between 10 treasure maps and something. 1 second. And some ingots. You declined? Honestly, I would take the treasure maps in case they ever do anything with treasure maps in that situation. Because ingots are really pointless in the current state of the game. Yes, they might have a purpose in the future, but right now they have absolutely no purpose. Like, I feel like at this current rate, treasure maps are more likely to have a purpose than ingots at this rate. Ingots have just been so dead for a while. Same as trait stones. But at least trait stones, there's like some use to Celestial still. Like, there's some things in Soul Forge that are really Celestial heavy. But ingots have nothing like that. Like, once you finish every weapon, there's just nothing to sink them into at all. It's something I hope that they address in future patches. There's a way to sink old resources. Even if they have to add a new currency to it, like how they did with curse runes. Or even tie it to curse runes to just make curse runes more common. Although, of course, they're going to add another resource if they ever did. But if they had to do that, still something to go use them on. Tie it to curse runes, tie it to some other resource, and make it so we can actually use all the older ones. With it being tied to those newer resources, just to make sure you can't cash in too heavily if you have, like, infinite stacks of them. Which is pretty much the whole point of curse runes, in a sense. I wish to try to sync some resources, it just did it very poorly. At least for one, curse runes aren't common enough for what they're charging for some of them, transactionally. As well as, the things you use them for, relative to what you sync, isn't that useful. Like, you could technically spend 10 treasure maps for a vault key. But the amount of curse runes and other resources you need to use makes that offer not worth it. Relative to how quickly you could just farm 1 billion vault keys. For example, what we're doing right now. During vault weekend. Like, is this not a point in getting a vault key for that cost? Mostly due to the curse rune cost. A couple of them were kind of good value in the long term, though, like being able to upgrade some of your tokens to a little bit higher of a rarity. So I guess ever since we got orbs, that isn't as worth it either. Because now you do all the high rarity with orbs, and all the low rarity, you can actually keep low rarity. Which is actually a weird thing that orbs have actually done. I didn't even think about that till just now. Orbs, glory orb, silver orb, major glory orb. Like there's 3 that give bronze, silver, gold for your troop upgrades. Those orbs have basically invalidated the curse rune system where you can upgrade your tokens to higher ones, like your medals. And the reason for that is your medals are actually stronger as the lower rarity stuff, as weird as that may seem, in a sense. Because you need them for, actually upgrading lower rarity stuff. Whereas now all the higher rarity stuff, like all mythics and eventually, to some degree, all legends, can now just be done completely with orbs. Whereas you would need all the lower rarity stuff for, the lower rarity sections. Like, you still use the higher rarity ones, but, like, there's actually a point to them now to not be upgraded. And just use them as their resource. The only exception to that is if you finish every common and rare. It would technically still be worthwhile to upgrade your commons all the way up to rare or ultra rare tokens. But beyond that situation, there's really much of a need to. Will I be streaming midday tomorrow? Yes. Though we're going to be starting a little bit later of a midday. Like, it's going to be earlier than we normally do, but not, like, super early. We're going to be starting around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 4 hours earlier than we normally do. And the reason for this is we're just going to be going consecutively for about 5 to 6 hours. We're just going to be going from, like, 4 to 10 instead of what we normally do, which is 8 to 9 or 8 to 10 as of, Vault weekends. Because we normally do at least 2 hours every day for Vault weekend, but we'll do 6 hours tomorrow. Starting at 4 and ending at 10-ish. So we're going to be 4 hours earlier than we normally would. So it's kind of a midday stream. Pretty much as soon as they finish out dinner, we'll start up. So we don't have to take any breaks. But it's not going to be as midday as we do for some other games. It's actually been a while since we've done a super midday Gems of War stream. The only thing I hate doing, though, is dividing 2 different Gems of War stream over a day. I have done that in the past, like way back when. Fridays and Saturdays, we actually used to do a 6-hour midday stream that started around 10 a.m. And then did a, the hour that we always do at night. We used to do that back in the day. The main reason we got rid of it was Gems of War just wasn't really adding enough content anymore to keep up with a stream that was that long. Consistently. Like, obviously during Vault weekends, yes. Like right now. But on, like, a general Friday. Like, let's say we had an arena event on a Friday. Like, what are we doing with those 6 hours? Which is basically what ends up happening overall with the game, which is why we kind of just got rid of them over time. It was originally, like, 6 hours middays. Then it was, like, 4 hours. And then it was like, why are we even streaming on these days? We're running out of things to do. Obviously, on weekends like this, it's plenty of things to do. As far as the grind. But an average Friday and Saturday in Gems of War, not so much. If anything, Saturday's actually notorious for being one of the deadest days in Gems of War. As far as things to do. Just because of how the event system works. Because you might have already finished the Friday event. Actually, that reminds me. What is the Friday? Oh, yeah, duh. Vault weekend. I was like, wait, what's the Friday event this weekend? Duh. We're doing it right now. I was like pondering, like, wait, we didn't get one, did we? But yeah, duh. Literally the Vault event we're doing. Though there have been times where they doubled up and did a Vault event and some other event. Though normally these days they have Vault event in isolation, so you could focus on the Vault event and not be distracted by something else. Though we will be distracted by doing the entirety of Underspire tomorrow since it got reset twice for us this week. Which I wonder if they'll give compensation to people that did. I almost want to send a support ticket even if I do all my battles. The problem is they're just going to give like a general support mail. Where it's like, hey everyone, here's 100 gems and maybe like a couple lanterns. Like I don't think they're going to give specific people compensation for it. Like people who got double reset compared to people who only got single reset. Like I don't want to send a support ticket because that's really annoying still. It's going to make us have to waste at least a whole hour, if not an hour and a half. Maybe almost closer to 2, depending on how we do it. Like up to 2 hours are going to be wasted that could have been Vault event grind. That we wouldn't have had to have done otherwise. Because normally when it comes to Vault weekends, you want to get like every grind out of the way throughout the week. So you don't have to worry about them and just focus on the Vault event with whatever spare time you have to spend on the game itself. Because anytime you're playing the game during a Vault event and you're not doing like, you know, verse grind or paloozas, is basically just time wasted since you're not able to cash in completely or even at all in many game modes from the Vault event. Like for example, Underspire has a 0% chance to get gnomes. Even with the increased chances that we have right now, it is still 0%. Any place that doesn't drop them will still not drop them even with the higher rate. That's a ton of battles that we're just getting none for. This has actually been a really glitchy patch rollout. I wouldn't say the glitchiest they've ever had, but definitely up there. With how many issues we've had this week with the 7.2 patch. And that reminds me, we haven't done a Monday video yet since the 7.2 patch. Though honestly, as far as content on the channel, I don't think the jury duty thing is going to affect anything that we have next week. It's not going to affect the Monday video. It's not going to affect any of our nightly streams. It will just affect my morale. Because honestly, as time keeps getting closer to it, I hope they don't pick me. I really don't feel like doing jury duty for like a week, week and a half. Especially on my birthday. I hope I can just go there once or twice and they're like, yep, we don't need you. Hello, Timmy. Welcome, welcome. Remember when you could change what gems your defense team would prefer to take? Yeah, that was a mechanic that was actually exclusive to consoles for some amount of time. That they added to PC and mobile in a very glitched state. Also, did I just claim that for full loot? Oh, no, I didn't even notice that. I didn't even just pay attention to the timer, but well. Hopefully we got full loot for one of those. But, yeah, I remember that. It was very glitchy, though, when it came to PC mobile. It never worked properly. Hey, we got 69 Vault keys. I'm not sure if Lester's still here, but he'd be proud. Alright, there we go. Wait, I should probably go check what our number is. Oh, wait, never mind. It's already open. I just can't see it with how my interface is. That's kind of funny. Oh, wait, I can! Oh, wait, that is so convenient. I can't see it on my actual gameplay, but on my playback, on my actual OBS, where it's recording everything, or sending it to you guys, I can actually see it all the way to the side, even with this menu up. Before, I couldn't with how it was set up. Wow, this is actually perfect. Wow, that is so convenient. I can see everything. No, it's so small. 56, that's 6. And that's a 3. Yes, I can see everything, but it's like microscopic, even smaller than what you guys are seeing. Because my interface is like 1/4 the size. So whatever size you're seeing right now, imagine that like 1/4 that size. This is what I'm trying to read right now. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's go run out of Palooza. And this time remember to claim it for full loot. That's not too big a deal. Also, hello, Abak. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, pet rescue, 9 minutes. So we might get another pet while we're doing this palooza. Or we can just grab it after. Alright, let's go run another one. Gonna run probably 2 more of these. Let's see. Oh, that's not where they are. Let's go run another. Now it'd bring us down to 9 remaining. Which is fine. And of course, we'll get more over time. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We got another verse 3 during the stream. I completely forgot about that. We knew it's so good on verse 3s. This better keep up the whole weekend, I hope. No more pets for you. Let's go and start this up. And we'll run 2 more paloozas this stream. Actually, you know what? After this palooza, we'll go hand out the second code. How about that? And we'll go run 1 more to end it out with for tonight. That'll be the game plan for now. Tomorrow's going to have a bit more variety than just paloozas, though. We're going to throw in 100-something Underspire battles. Well, if nothing else, that'll be one fun thing we could do on tomorrow's longer stream. Because we're going to be starting around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 4 hours earlier than we normally do. And go for about 5-6 hours. And we'll be able to throw in 100-something Underspire battles. We'll be able to still do paloozas. And we'll do like 2 hours of verse farming as well. So we'll have a mix of everything. And of course, all that verse farming will also have a 15-minute EXP boost the whole time. We actually have 2 whole hours of EXP boost tomorrow. So we'll do that for 2 hours, paloozas for 2 to 3, and then like Underspire and just standard dailies will probably take an hour. Just because we have to do so much Underspire. We basically have to do the... Actually, I think this will be the first time ever. I didn't even think about that. This will be the first time we ever do the entirety of Underspire in one sitting. Because there's never actually been a point where we just hoarded a bunch of torches and then did it all at once. This would be the first time ever, so that's actually going to be kind of cool. The entirety of Underspire in one stream. In one single sitting. Because obviously every time we've ever done Underspire, we're split across, you know, 7 days. Rather than doing it all within like 1 hour. It's probably one of the only good things about it being reset. Is a full Underspire run in one go. Which will probably be one of the only times we do that, unless another glitch like that happens again. Because I would never deliberately delay them. Because one reason you want to be using them actively is it lets you know how far into the Underspire you are to know if you need to start spending more or less on torches. If you're doing really good on Underspire in a given week, you spend less. If you're doing really bad on Underspires and bad RNG as far as finding a lot of dead ends, you then need to spend more. But you can't adjust earlier in the week. Like if you're just hoarding a bunch of torches, you don't know how far you are. You know how many torches you have, but it doesn't say if you're getting lucky or unluckier on them. Because you haven't used them yet. That's the only problem with hoarding torches normally. Which is why we normally wouldn't do it. Because it would cause you to either overspend or underspend sometimes. But since it's been all glitchy this week, we'll be able to. For the first time. It's been possible every week, but this will be the first time we ever bothered doing it. Yeah, technically you could be doing that whenever if you don't have time to do it during the week. Just literally just buy a few torches every single day, either 1 pack or 2 packs. Then on the weekend, throw it all down, and then boom, you're good to go. You can then do the whole entire Underspire on Saturday or Sunday. Rather than splitting it across the week. Which is what we're doing tomorrow, a whole Underspire on Saturday. From start to finish. Yeah, another verse gnome there. Unfortunately not the one I need at all. I think that's the one I have a billion of. You think you should strike, let's see, go and strike Isabel? Genki offers dental and a 401k plan. Gosh, I'll need to start working for Genki then. I'll be her moderator. My plan does not have dental. And I have no 401k. I do have some investments, but I don't have like a 401k or whatever the other thing is called. There's like an alternative to a 401k that's called something different. And I completely forget what it is. But I have neither. I do have some investments though, but it's not anything like that. It's also not that much. Oh, they mean her guild? Oh, wow, we just got a first 3. I thought that was it for a second. And I was looking over at chat, and then I saw it in the thing. We just got a full refund on our verse. What is with verse 3s today? I have never seen such a good rate. They had to have tweaked something in the most recent patch. Because this is the most insane rate I've seen in gnomes in a very long time. Like, it's been a good year and a half since we've seen a gnome day this good. I think 7.2 might have positively broken gnomes. And honestly, all of our verses have been high, not just 3. So we've been doing particularly good on 3. The one we actually need. Another pet gnome. Honestly, we don't really want to be seeing that. Not a pet gnome, whatever it's called. What do you call that? Not a pet gnome. A Dragonite gnome. We haven't gotten any late Dragonite gnomes. We've seen a double Dragonite gnome today and like a good drop rate for them, but I need them to show up all the way at the end, like the last minute or two. Because they keep showing up too early to cash in on them. And if they do show up late, I actually do want to cash in on them simply because we need them for potentially an upcoming update. Because we're almost at the 1-year mark of Dragonite existing. And based on the files, there is a small chance we might be getting an update that adds more things to use Dragonite on. It's not confirmed 100%, but it is decently likely. So the main reason why I'm not like buying up Dragonite is in case it doesn't actually happen. It does seem pretty likely we're actually going to have a new way to spend Dragonite, potentially before the end of this year, or really early next year. Maybe Genki's finally getting some sleep. Yeah, didn't she do like a Moonstone Island stream today too? I felt like she was streaming like all day today. I caught her stream a little bit earlier when she was doing Gems of War. I didn't just catch the Moonstone though. I kind of do want to check it because the new Halloween update actually dropped today. I won't be playing it until Monday because we're going to be focusing on Vault Weekend. But yeah, I do want to check it out. You thought you were getting Cosmo Knights? I don't know, it might be. Getting some kind of cosmic currency. Will be called CC, cosmic currency. Gotta use the CC for the new dragons. How's our hourglass count? I wouldn't be surprised if it hasn't moved from 9. So we're at 9 last night, and I'm willing to make a bet it is still at 9. The main reason is Dust Devil team doesn't ever get hourglass gems. Like, we could run hourglass team for like 30 hours this weekend, and we will still be at no more hourglasses. I mean, Dust Devil team. What did I just say? Did I say hourglass team? But I could be running a Dust Devil team all weekends, and we will still be at 9. Because this team doesn't ever earn hourglasses. I don't think hourglasses can start on a starting board. So we're never getting a single hourglass with this team, regardless of how long we use it for. It never even touches the board. I'm gonna say revive or something weird, but it's, you just do it in the kingdom where there's not that mechanic. Alright, we'll go ahead and code after Palooza, and then we'll run one more back. And that will probably be the Vault grind for today, then. Till tomorrow. But honestly, we did so good today. We got 1 billion verse 3s. Actually, in total, let me do a head count. We started with 2. We would have used 5. And that 5 would have brought us down to, I think, 10. Which means 8. Which means 13. That means we would have gotten 13 verse 3s the total number we needed across the entire weekend within a single day. That's pretty nice. Like, that was our goal of how many we need to get the entire weekend to have enough. And we got it all within one day. Is it you or does Holy Saint Astral look cross-eyed? I don't know, I normally don't pay attention to it. He's on Tesla build, you care more about the Teslas than ever using Holy Saint Astral. She's kind of just there to 50% mana start. I never really paid much attention to the troop art. So I gotta remember the 15-minute timer. I keep forgetting it. You're gonna get the Exalted Bass next week. Yeah, I still haven't bothered getting mine yet. I already have the pass, do I? Wait, do I? I'm pretty sure I didn't bother getting it yet. Because I think the bottom loot is still locked. Oh, the Exalted Pass. Oh. I see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, Exalted Pass, I feel like it's worth it. It's what, $10 every, like, few years. Like, if you're ever gonna buy gems in the game and just the overall resources that you get, it's kind of worth it. I mostly just did it to have a little bit more fun whenever we level. But based on the rate that I level, it's basically $10 every 3 years, so... Yeah, I think it's an okay microtransaction. It's pretty cheap as far as transactions are concerned in many of these free-to-play games. I mostly just did it to make leveling up more exciting. A little bit more incentive to actually mass level grind. Hey, look at that! A Dragonite Gnome in the final section. You know what? We're gonna kill him. Just gotta make sure not to accidentally kill him here. Alright, you're gonna stall him for a second. Alright, I'll be back in 1 second. I need to make a quick bathroom break, so this is actually a perfect time. And when we get back, we're gonna kill him, claim him for his Dragonite. Hopefully he'll drop like 100, and then go give out a redeem code, and then we'll run one last Palooza. I'll be back in 1 second. Oh no, I just stepped on the thing. 1 second. Be back in a minute or two. we're back to our regularly scheduled program. Alright, where are we? Alright, we need to go kill him for full loot and hand out a code. Alright, where are we? Take that over. And dead. Okay, I think we waited long enough. Just possibly. 3.5 minutes extra. Oh, come on! No! All that for 20 Dragonite. That's his lowest roll, if I'm not mistaken. He drops 20 to 100. Like a 20, a 30, a 50, a 100, maybe some other numbers in between. I don't think he has a 10. That's unfortunate. That's his lowest roll, I'm pretty sure. And we mid-rolled the souls, but oh well. Well, Martin, what we would have gotten. Anyways, okay. So, let's go hand out a code. And then we'll go run one last palooza. And then we also do a head count on our current amount of resources as well. But here you guys go. Enjoy. Let me go find it right there. There you go. And we'll have another 3 codes tomorrow. And we're going to be starting at around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, which is 5.5 hours prior to now tomorrow. But we're not done yet. Let's go run one last palooza for tonight. Let me go update our current numbers, though. That's why I had this up. Alright, okay, we're doing pretty good. 4 paloozas in, and we're already above drop rate. Love to see it. Alright, 93. That's what I wanted. Just trying to click on the thing. 8. Alright, epic vault keys are exactly where they should be. Our natural vault keys are a little higher, though, than what they should be, so that's good. Alright, let's go run one last palooza for tonight. Let's go back. Is there anything else we need to go do daily-wise, though? I think we got them all. EXP booster ready to go. We got 2 hours of EXP booster for tomorrow's stream, so we're gonna have a lot of things. We're gonna have an hour of Underspire, or however long it takes to use that many battles. We're going to have 2 hours of EXP boost, and whatever spare time we have will just be straight paloozas the whole time. That's the game plan. But let's end with one last one for now. Till tomorrow. And yeah, as we mentioned earlier, we now have 10 because we got the other verse 2 again. On top of all the other verse 2s. So nice. Is the Steam Deck actually cheap now? Has it gone down in price? The main reason I've been holding off on it, even though I've kind of been really interested in it, is I feel like they're going to release a Steam Deck 2. Like, I feel like next console generation, they're basically waiting for the exact second Nintendo announces the Switch 2 or the Switch U or the Switch. This will fail because it's not the called Switch console. So whenever they release that, I think literally the next day, Steam will be like, here's ours. I'm willing to make a bet. They're literally just waiting for the exact moment Nintendo announces, here's our sequel to the Switch. And then Steam will be like, here's our better option to the Switch. Like, you know it's going to happen. Like, they're waiting for the exact moment. They have all their PR stuff ready. They're literally just waiting for the exact moment Nintendo does their thing first. The exact second it comes out, the first week, they'll be ready. 100% chance. This is the main reason why I'm stalling on Steam Deck. It seems cool, but you know they're going to release another one in like a year. And then we'll get that one. They would on it out first. Well, they would want to announce it second, but want it out first. So yes, they would want to release it quicker than the Switch, but they would want to announce it after the Switch. So they get the best of both worlds. They would want to announce it, like, after, but ever so barely after, but release it before the Switch. But announce it after the Switch, or, you know, whatever the sequel Switch is. What if they call it the Super Nintendo Switch? I'm actually really curious what they're going to call it. Like, that's actually the thing I'm most curious about. Because we already know it's going to have backwards compatibility. It better be 1080 60. Like, these are things that we just assume are going to be things. Like things that are probably going to be assumed. It's going to be 1080 60. If it's not, it is so behind. It's going to have backwards compatibility. So like whatever you have with Switch is going to work on it, obviously. They would never not do that. Switch is sold way too good for them to not do that. The things we don't know is like, what's it going to be called? What's it going to look like? Because obviously they're going to go with the Switch again. Like, you know, the portability of the Switch. But we don't know exactly how they're going to do it. Like, design-wise. Hopefully the charge port will be in a better location. What other features will it have? Will they be switching out the Joy-Con gimmick for something a little bit more intuitive? I mean, not intuitive is the right word, but, different. Something. Like, both gimmicky, but actually, like, usable. Because I feel like that's one downside with the Steam Deck. Is its controller layout is kind of weird. Like, it's not... It's definitely not ideal. Like, how you have to hold a Steam Deck and, like, press buttons and everything on it. Like, it's not the worst setup in the world. But it has a lot going on. It could definitely use some adjustments. Which is kind of why I waited on it as well. The control scheme for it just seems a little convoluted. And I feel like they can come up with a better format for it for the next Steam Deck. Yeah, I still haven't bothered getting a Steam Deck. Honestly, I stopped bothering trying when their website crashed on me when I was, like, in there within the first second. But because everyone was trying to pre-order it. And since my pre-order didn't go in, I was like, you know what, I'll just wait for Steam Deck 2. Because I was already saying, like, with how delayed it was, that it was going to be, like, 6 months later than, like, the initial release date. Even though I was literally refresh spamming it on the very first possible seconds that you could have pre-ordered it. So at that point, I was like, if it's going to be like 6 months later, I might as well just wait for the Switch 2. Or not the Switch 2, but the Steam Deck 2, I mean. Or whatever they end up calling it. The Steam Deckier. The Steam Deckist. No, it's probably just going to be Steam Deck V2 or something. They're going to probably go the PlayStation route. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Guess what's next? PlayStation 6. They're definitely not going to go the Xbox conventioning. Like the Xbox One X being, what, their 7th console? Or 5th or 6th console, whatever it is. The Xbox One is the 6th console release. The Nintendo's naming conventions aren't much better. Like, if you say the GameCube, would you be able to, like, identify that's, like, their 4th console release or whatever it was? I'm not sure if it's a 4th, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I forget how many it even is before then. Like, PlayStation came up with a very simple idea. Let's just count numbers up. And then every other console company is like, let's go with creative names. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say Xbox did that. They all went a different route. PlayStation did the simplest. Let's just go up by one number each time. Nintendo was like, let's actually do something creative and have unique names for each one. For the most part. Other than, like, the Wii U and, like, a few others like that. And the billion DSs they have. But then Xbox was like, yeah, let's just name everything the most confusing thing possible. So no one has any clue what's going on. If I knew a new Switch is coming, you would hold off. You'd guess is that they don't release another Steam Deck for a few more years. Maybe a variant, but no new device. I feel like they still would. Steam is normally up on modern things for the most part. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they've been developing a second Steam Deck since literally the first Steam Deck was still in production. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the first Steam Deck was just more of a demo. And this whole time they've just been working on a second Steam Deck, and they mostly just used the first Steam Deck to fund the second Steam Deck. Though, I believe the Steam Deck technically was sold at a loss. The profit they actually make is how many people adopt using Steam that wouldn't normally use Steam by having it on a mobile device. Because obviously Steam is a platform that you would pretty much only use on a stationary computer for the most part. Whereas the Steam Deck was the first time where you would really use it on a more mobile-like device. Try to tap into a different market. So the main profit they actually made was not off the Steam Deck itself, but off of all the software they sell from higher adoption rate. Though I do have to say, I haven't been buying that many Steam games in the last several years. Like, I have bought in less Steam games in the last 5 years than I did within, like, the first year or something. Like, I have bought in very, very few. Like, I think it's almost a single-digit number now that I think about it. Because, let's see, One Step from Eden, I did in 2020 around... because let's just do it from, like, 2020 to, like, now. The first one would have been One Step from Eden, which was basically a... remember when we did Mega Man Battle Network recently? It was basically inspired by that game, but made into a roguelike. It was probably the best Mega Man Battle Network clone that has ever come out. There's a lot of flaws with that game, but it was still a lot of fun. It didn't really have much of a story, though, unfortunately. The gameplay was pretty solid. But that was that. That came out around the same time as Animal Crossing. I didn't actually get to play it until a couple weeks after because Animal Crossing. What else? Bug Fables? No, I did bought that on Switch. Though I guess I would have bought it on Steam if I didn't buy it on Switch. So that one I technically didn't get on Steam, but would have. Another one that was kind of like that was that one mobile pirate game that's basically like a Underspire clone, but actually done pretty good. That one was pretty fun, but I actually did it on mobile rather than on Steam. So yeah, I've done so few Steam games. Let's see. Did I do Spiritfarer on Steam? No, I did that on Switch as well. Because that would have been one I potentially would have gotten on Steam, but did it on a different console. Yeah, I have not been buying Steam games lately. Wait, what's the full list? I did Moonstone Island because it released on PC before Switch. We did One Step from Eden because it was PC exclusive initially, though I think it's on every console now. Is that the whole list? Oh, you know what else I think we did? Coromon I think we did on PC rather than doing it on Switch. So that means I've only gotten like 3 or 4 Switch games in the last... I mean, 3 or 4 Steam games in the last 3 years. Like, it's literally a single-digit number. It's actually so low. Which reminds me then, we haven't been playing that many indie games the last couple of years then. Well, I guess we have. It's just been older games. Oh, also, I guess technically Darkest Dungeon 2, but I already technically owned that on Epic Games Store before then. Just because it was exclusive to it initially. Also, what even is going on with Epic Games Store these days? I never use it, and it feels like it just keeps getting clunkier and clunkier. I almost feel like uninstalling it. I don't have any good save data there either. Because all my good save data is now in Steam for Darkest Dungeon 2. Every game that I've ever played on Epic that was exclusive to Epic has basically shut down. Or moved to Steam in a better way. So, yeah, I can just, like, uninstall Epic and not care at all. I almost feel tempted to some days. Just completely uninstall it from my PC. Honestly, if they didn't have Fortnite, I feel like they would have gone out of business. If it wasn't for the fact that they have Fortnite. Which just prints money on top of money. They basically invented their own currency at this point. With how much money that thing prints. You just get all the free games. Yeah, I do have a bunch of free games I got through. I've never bothered playing a single free game I've ever gotten from it, though. Oh, we have gotten a couple of good ones. I just never bothered. They haven't been keeping up with indie games lately. Is there anything even good coming out anytime soon? He's not counting Moonstone Island. We've really been slacking on the indie scene. I don't feel like there's been any, like, really major indie game in the last few years, though. Like Slay the Spire or, Slay the Spire or, what's the other one? Hollow Knight, kind of, like, big. Like, there's been some, like, decent ones, for sure. But not any of, like, the super mega ones that you could use to, like, define what indie games are. I don't feel like we've gotten any of those since the pandemic. No, my Dragonite Gnome! Come back! Oh yeah, Dome Keeper. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of Dome Keeper. It didn't seem interesting enough for me to get into, though. But I have seen, like, a small amount of it. I'm not sure about what Vampire is. Or Vampire Hunter. Unless that's that one game I played earlier. The other year. Words Can Kill? I have tried it. I don't think it's really gotten much support since release, though. It was only a one-person developer, so... And it didn't sell that well, so they didn't have much incentive to keep developing for it. It was a pretty fun game. Honestly, I feel like that game should have got a lot more attention than what it did. It was pretty solid for what it was, especially for a one-dev team. What horror game are we going to be streaming for Halloween? Well, the day before Halloween, we're going to be doing Moonstone Island. As far as Halloween itself, I'm not sure if we're going to have any. Oh no, has any good Halloween games come out this year? Oh, hello, Florian. Welcome, welcome. I feel like the biggest issue with trying to look up horror games to find interesting ones to play is looking up anything about it is already spoiling too much. Because horror games are generally pretty short. Like, we're talking like 1 to 5-ish hours to play through like an entire horror game generally. So if you look up like anything about it, you already spoiled like a fifth of the game. Which makes it really hard to find ones that are like good to play. Because if you look up anything about it, you already spoiled yourself so much that you might as well not even play it anymore. Which makes it really hard to find any. But anyways, I think we might end it there for now. Let me just go update our numbers. Until tomorrow, we will be doing a 6-ish hours or so stream, 5 or 6 hours. I'll be starting around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 4 hours earlier than we normally start. So, 4 instead of 8. So we'll be doing that. Go for about 6-ish hours. Our game plan is to do the first ever entirety of Underspire that we're ever going to do. We're going to have 119 torches, plus we can still buy more. So it'll be the first time we ever run the whole Underspire in one single sitting. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. We'll be doing, obviously, more Paloozas. And we'll be doing 2 hours of EXP verse farming. So those are going to be our main plans. Run 1 billion Paloozas, 2 hours of verse farming while getting EXP boosted the whole time, because we have 2 hours of boost. And as well as our first ever full sitting of Underspire in one go. And that's pretty much the game plan. And we'll have like 3 codes during that stream. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Let me just update these numbers before I forget, because I will definitely forget. And we'll call it there for now. Wow, we're actually doing really good on Volkeys. Why is our Volkey number so good? On average, you should get about 20 Volkeys per Palooza. We've opened 5. And we're currently sitting at 120 and 11. Are we sure we did only 5? I'm pretty sure it's only 5. If so, wow. Because we're at the drop rate of 6. Did I just forget to add a +1 to it at one point? Let me go do a head count. We got 2 this stream. We started at what? 13? Which means I should be at 10 if we've done 5. This number should say 10. Yeah, we've done 5. Wow, we're really above drop rate on everything today. We did insane on verse 3s. We're doing above average on Volkeys. We're doing above average on epic Volkeys. Though not by much. We're only up by like 1 epic Volkey right now. But still, wow. We're up on everything. Did I ever play Mother 3? No. Oh, isn't that one that's really popular from the, What happens in that game? Isn't there something really controversial that happens in that game? Because I've never played any of the Mother games that Ness came from. But I could have sworn there was like something in that game that made it so they never like Western audienced it. Or, you know, they never, like, released it for that. I've heard of that. I don't know what it is, though. And I've never actually played any of the other games that Ness is from. But yeah, I have heard 3 is pretty notorious for things. I'm not sure what things. But it's probably the most notorious out of them. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We will be back tomorrow, same time as... Actually, not same time as always. We're starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. 4 hours earlier than normal. We'll have a bunch of redeem codes. We'll do a bunch of grind. And yeah, we'll have just a fun day out of it. That's the game plan. Anyways, guys, enjoy your weekend. Best of luck on the vault grind. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.